As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, back again at the Clearview Arena inside the RMU Island Sports Center in Neville Township, Pennsylvania, for the nightcap of our PIHL Hockey Night Live Week 4 doubleheader on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. It has been approximately 3.5 calendar years since the Sewickley Academy Panthers iced a PIHL varsity hockey team. It has been precisely 973 days since the Panthers tasted victory in PIHL varsity play. Will that change tonight? It's something's got to give night here on the PIHL Network as both these teams seek their first regular season win of the 23-24 campaign. It's the Panthers and the visiting Wilmington Greyhounds in Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League Co-op Gold Division action here on Neville Island. And both these teams coming off a loss to Deer Lakes. Wilmington lost to Burrell at the Hess Ice Rink in Neshannock for their regular season opener. Sewickley Academy returned to PIHL play by losing at Trinity at the Prinscape Arena in their regular season curtain raiser. Wilmington 0-2, Sewickley 0-2 coming in. Sewickley Academy's last PIHL entrant was in the 1A Gold Division, a team that finished second in the division with a 5-14 record but did not qualify at the time for the Penguins Cup playoffs. Wilmington last year finished 4-14 in co-op play. They have another co-op agreement this year, fielding a team with players from Mohawk, Union, Newcastle, Elwood City, and West Middlesex school districts. Sewickley Academy co-oping with Our Lady of the Sacred Heart, Southside Beaver, and of course Sewickley Academy dressing some of its own in white, red, and black tonight. We just talked to their assistant athletic director, Kelly Carioto, who's rostered as the team manager, and she really believes that now that they were able to get a varsity team back in the PIHL, once they can really grease the wheels in terms of interest and build up enthusiasm for the program, they like their chances long term. And fittingly, it is a pair of freshmen, Jacob Stanislaw, number 58, and Max Koff, number 4, who scored and assisted on, respectively, the first Sewickley Academy goal in that team's return to the PIHL in that season-opening loss at Trinity. Jack Carlson has been a busy man in goal for the Panthers, a great save percentage, .902, despite taking the losses in each of those first 2 games. The Greyhounds warming up to our left in those Michigan-style uniforms, bright yellow with the dark blue and white trim. They've got a pretty capable goaltender themselves in Tag Walker, who led all Gold Division co-op level goaltenders with 490 total saves last season, second most overall in the co-op classification. Walker with 40 total saves in just 1 appearance, which was that season-opening loss to Burrell. And the head coach, Matt Miller of Wilmington, said there was too much me in that first game. And once these players really learn how to work as one and work as a team, he feels that a lot of this team's early growing pains will subside as the Greyhounds have been outscored 19-2 on aggregate in those first 2 losses of regular season play. Miller trying to lead the Greyhounds to their second playoff berth in 3 years. His 3rd consecutive year as head coach after serving as JV and middle school coach at Wilmington High School previously. Sewickley Academy's head coach, a very fascinating individual, Donato Fennell, who spent 17 years working in high school sports as a mental health coach and has spent 3 years in that position specifically at Sewickley Academy, working with all of that school's student athletes. Fennell, a level 4 USA Hockey CEP, former volunteer hockey ops assistant at the University of Denver's Division I program and former club hockey player. He played for the ACHA Division I program at Rutgers University in New Jersey. Fennell, certainly a shrewd choice to lead this Panther club, which is only 12 skaters strong. Again, assistant AD Cariato saying that the challenge early on is to get those numbers up and drum up that interest in the program. And Sewickley Academy, a program that even in success has operated with relatively small numbers. A classic case of the phrase, you got to walk before you can run. Or stand up straight before you can skate, as it were. And a bit of a surprise in goal for the Wilmington Greyhounds as Grayson Miller, the sophomore, will get his first start of regular season play opposite the Iron Man for Sewickley, Jack Carlson. Now the Panthers win the opening faceoff, and they control from right to left on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin our nightcap. Once again, for the first time in PIHL Hockey Night Live history, we've got a doubleheader featuring 4 teams, all of whom came in tonight looking for their first regular season win. Franklin Regional got theirs over North Hills in game number 1. Will it be the Greyhounds or the Panthers getting theirs in game number 2? Sean Carmichael, one of the Greyhounds' top returnees, coming out to center. Carmichael with 8 goals, 17 assists last year, as it's played aside by Jaden Garcha, the defenseman and Sewickley captain. Up to center it comes for Noah King, the senior forward and alternate captain of Wilmington. Lead pass for Carmichael. Carmichael one-on-one against Garcha. Carmichael from distance. Good kick save there by Carlson to the corner boards. Alex Rogers, the sophomore, in pursuit for Wilmington. Plays it to Drake Davis, a sophomore. To the point it comes for Justin Gearman. Gearman, the defenseman, over to Carmichael. Carmichael between the circles. That shot blocked. Good gap control there by the junior C.J. Wright. And near side it'll come vis-a-vis Matthias Lieb up to center ice. The Panthers will play it through the neutral zone one more time as both teams are completing line changes early in a scoreless first period. Alex Rogers for Davis. Davis's one-timer is denied by Carlson. Loose puck at the top of the crease is cleared out of there by the Panthers as Garcha helped out his Tendy. Lead pass glancing off the stick of Max Koff, the freshman, as Wilmington counters. That outlet pass too heavy for Rogers. Braden Mitchell, the junior, had his stick held deep in Sewickley territory. Davis with it for Wilmington, trying to drop it back for Brady Young. Young, a player described by Matt Miller as a very exciting newcomer. Could be one to watch as the season goes on, and the captain makes it happen. Noah Monswell, he wears that 99 for a reason, buddy, and he nuzzles that nylon with 14:47 to go in the first period. For the second straight game, the away team getting on the board first. It's 1-0 Greyhounds. Monswell set up the lone Wilmington goal in that season-opening loss to Burrell. Now he scores one of his own for the first time in the 23-24 campaign. And this centering pass was intended for Beckett Miller, who was driving the net. That misfired. Braden Mitchell under duress behind the Panthers' cage. It comes free to Noah King. Noah King's drop pass intercepted by Monswell. Cross ice it comes to Carmichael. Carmichael behind the net for King. King down low for Carmichael. Carmichael lets it go. Snapshot Beckett Miller. Save made rebound fanned on by Monswell. He was that close to a second. Mitchell trying to clear for the Panthers. He can't. Miller from right point. Carmichael letting it go around the boards. Mitchell follows that rolling puck for Sewickley. The Panthers on their heels here early in the first period, trailing 1-0 on the goal by Noah Monswell. Still unable to exit their zone. Carmichael driving the net. Carmichael shooting and forcing the point-blank save from Carlson. Noah King unable to accept that pass. And the Panthers, after a prolonged cycle by the Greyhounds, are finally able to get it back to the Wilmington blue line. And here come the Greyhounds all over again with lots of space to work with. Gearman is bumped hard off the puck by Wright. Trailing the play, Carmichael, who forces a save from Carlson. And boy, did Gearman get blasted as the sophomore netminder hangs on for a faceoff. And the last PIHL varsity win for Sewickley Academy, February 22nd, 2021, here at the RMU Island Sports Center, a 6-4 decision against Class 1A opponent Blackhawk. Panthers trying to end that drought and taste victory for the first time since returning to the PIHL. They spent a number of seasons in the Independent School Hockey League in the previous decade after taking one season off. This puck deflected off a skate of Matthias Lieb, and to the corner it goes, where it's picked up by Josh Pitzer of Wilmington. The sophomore blue liner brings it out of his own zone, and the Greyhounds, with 4 men up ahead of the play, send this puck deep into Sewickley ice. Icing against the Hounds as Luca Peluso retrieves this puck with 12:44 to go in the first period, 1-0 Wilmington. Clean face-off win by the Panthers, and that shot from Max Koff was deflected wide by a Wilmington defender. Colton Kelly wins that puck battle for Sewickley, and from a bad angle, he fires it into the glove of Grayson Miller. The sophomore for Wilmington making his PIHL varsity debut here on the island tonight. In relief of the regular starter, Tag Walker. Walker backed up in game number 2 by Craig Patterson, another sophomore who took the loss in that game against Deer Lakes. Lead pass intended for Drake Davis. Davis unable to handle. Jacob Stanislaw intercepts for Sewickley and gets it back into Wilmington territory. Near side it comes to the captain, Monswell, who has the game's first goal. And this puck dribbles in on goal as Carlson freezes. Wilmington returning some capable scorers, including Carmichael, 17 points last season. Noah King, 7 goals, 23 points in 22-23 for the Greyhounds. And yet to make his first appearance of 23-24 as Carlson is forced to sweat out another own zone faceoff. Andrew Cartwright, who was a captain last year for Matt Miller. Wilmington with a lot of players who play football or are involved with other varsity sports, and Coach Miller said that's been holding them back as well, just getting the entire team together and getting them on the same page and trying to navigate those absences of the multi-sport athletes. And Cartwright with 19 points last season and 14 goals. And imagine what this Greyhounds team can do with his leadership. But Wilmington off to a nice start here on the road all the same. Coming all the way from Lawrence County to take a 1-0 lead on the fledgling Panthers as Sewickley forces this puck back to center. Gearman to Peluso, the Sewickley defenseman who stood right in the path. Carmichael re-enters the zone for Wilmington. Pulls up in the near corner, but lost the puck to Jaden Garcha. Garcha, near side for CJ Wright. Wright, cross ice for Arjun Kathju. Kathju over the blue line. Kathju firing off a body. That was Bailey Miller, the defenseman and senior, getting in the way of that one for Wilmington. Sean Carmichael thought about leading it for Ty Tomac. Intercepted by the Panthers. To the near side it comes. Kelly unable to play it for Sewickley. Noah King has it. King gave it right away to one of the Panthers. That's Max Koff. Over the line comes Tomac, offside. And we may be getting a penalty here, actually. Hooking indicated against Max Koff as he was trailing Tomac on that play. And it is indeed hooking that begets the first power play of the game. So Koff will sit for SA, And Wilmington will go on the man advantage. And that puck immediately fired into the glove of Carlson, who hangs on. Wilmington with the first 7 of the first 8 shots on goal in this game, I beg your pardon. Carlson trying to weather a storm here for the hosts Sewickley Academy in this first period. Greyhounds on the power play leading 1-0 with under 10 to go in period 1. To the point for Monswell. Monswell through traffic. That missed the net. Carmichael on the doorstep for King. King out in front. That pass behind the intended target, Beckett Miller, and that allows Sewickley to play it to the corner. Monswell waits, watches, fires. Oh, a shot pass there was just directed wide by Carmichael. Mitch Covert to Carmichael. Carmichael from in tight. That caught off the mask, I think, of Jack Carlson. 1:13 to go in the Wilmington power play. It's all Greyhounds as King turns around and fires it wide. Covert for Noah King. King under pressure from Braden Mitchell. Mitchell trying to get a stick in the path as this is backhanded wide. Carmichael trying to tuck it under the bar, nothing doing. 50 to go in the Wilmington power play as the Panthers finally get it clear. Monswell for Carmichael. Carmichael over the line. Carmichael snapshot, that missed the target. Matt Miller changing specialists behind the play as the puck is trapped on the back of the Sewickley Academy net. Only 2 seniors on this Sewickley Academy squad. Jaden Garcha, the captain, and Colton Kelly, number 75, the forward. So the Panthers, in many senses, really building from scratch here to begin this 23-24 campaign under Donato Fennell. 15 to go in the penalty kill, and that could certainly stem this early tide. A successful PK as Gehrman tries to get it deep. Rogers unable to send it all the way in, and the Panthers will kill off this penalty to Max Koff successfully. The team's back to 5 aside with 8 minutes to go in first period play. Wilmington retains a 1-0 lead. Drake Davis trying to maneuver that puck around Max Koff. The Greyhounds have it. Right side for Covert. Out in front, it deflects off the stick of Davis, and it's worked wide by Kelly. Koff in pursuit defensively, out of the penalty box for Sewickley. It comes to Davis. Davis from a bad angle. Near corner for Rogers. Rogers, the sophomore, dropping for Covert. Covert with a good cycle here to Brody Young. Young, the freshman, was tied up in behind the goal line as Pitzer was unable to keep it. Oh, yes, he was able to keep it inside the Sewickley blue line. That was a great play by Pitzer, the sophomore. Finally, the Panthers do clear the zone as Koff makes a beeline for this puck. Koff trying to outmaneuver Pitzer, but Pitzer wins that battle. Rogers stood up in front of the Wilmington bench, but the Greyhounds persevere. And here comes King, off balance shot. Kick save off the right leg of Jack Carlson. Carmichael spinning above the right wing circle. Carmichael stick checked by Kath Jew. Monswell down low for King. King's backhander save made Carlson, no rebound. And Sewickley Academy, one of 3 teams in the co-op division, perfect on the penalty kill in this young regular season, and it stays that way with 6:40 to go in the first period. Wilmington, coming in with some power play woes to work out. 9.1% entering week 4, 10th of the 12 teams at the co-op level. Monswell, who has the game's only goal, sends this puck back to the Sewickley blue line. Kathju trying to flag it down with a glove. He couldn't. Evan DiNardo sends it around the boards for the Greyhounds. Up to center it comes for Ethan Smith. Smith gains the red line and sends it in for Sewickley. Final 6 of the first period. Monswell by everything and everybody. Braden Mitchell has it for Sewickley. Lead pass intended for Matthias Lieb. Played off the back of the Wilmington net by Monswell. Ty Tomac in front of his own bench, trying to find this bouncing puck. Panthers send it to the Wilmington blue line. DiNardo outletting for Tomac. Tomac couldn't take that pass, but it's given away to one of the Greyhounds. That's Carmichael, leaving it for King. King maneuvers around Smith. King for Carmichael. Carmichael shooting it just wide of the near post. And the rebound comes all the way out to center red. Near side for Gearman. He goes D-to-D with Bailey Miller. Lead pass for Carmichael. Went off his stick and right to Jaden Garcha. Garcha with some nice maneuvering through center ice. Garcha, the Sewickley Academy captain. Backpedaling now at center for Peluso. Panthers wanted to complete a line change with 5 to go in the period. Colton Kelly over the attacking line. Floats it wide of the Wilmington net. This puck goes under Kelly's stick near side for Carmichael. Carmichael leading for Tomac. Tomac from 45 feet off the blocker hand of Carlson. Tomac gave it away to Max Koff. Koff up for Stanislaw. Stanislaw lost it, and the Greyhounds have scored. Mitch Cover took the shot. Not sure if he's going to get the goal or not, but either way, it's a Mitchapalooza here in the first period as Covert celebrates his first goal of 23-24. And it looks like it is Covert's goal as he leads the Selly line for the visiting Greyhounds. 2-0 Wilmington, 4.5 to go, first period. Just a harmless-looking snapshot that bounced in from the edge of that left wing circle and through the leg pads of Jack Carlson. Carlson covers off the ensuing draw. Now it took less than one period for Wilmington to double its regular season goal total. Greyhounds looking for their first regular season W here tonight on Neville Island as Carlson makes another save. Off the face-off to his right, and we'll do it again from the same spot. Greyhounds taking command early here on the road. They've lost once on the road, they've lost once at home. And the same can be said of Sewickley Academy. Only discrepancy record-wise between these teams is that Sewickley Academy, as I untie my tongue, has played one game outside the Gold Division. Both of Wilmington's games have come against Gold Division foes. Cross-ice pass, too strong from Cathju's stick. Going back to retrieve it unsuccessfully was Lieb. Mitchell in deep defensively for Sewickley. To the corner for C.J. Wright. Wright up through center ice, and this will be icing on Sewickley. No, it won't be. They're going to say Wilmington dummied that play at center ice, and so they need to keep things moving along here with under 3.5 to go in the period. Greyhounds leading the Panthers 2-0. Noah Monswell, the captain, and Mitch Covert getting on the board as Sewickley counterattacks. A good poke check there by Monswell on Stanislaw. Panthers working this puck down low, now up high to Garcha. Garcha in the near corner for Kopf. Kopf trying to send it out in front, but just too many yellow jerseys in the way. And here comes Drake Davis through center for Wilmington. Davis on goal, kick save made, the rebound is kicked right out to Alex Rogers. Rogers tees it up for Gearman. Gearman through a crowd, deflected on the doorstep and put wide. Davis was camped right in front of Carlson trying to take away the sophomore's eyes. Gearman from long range, that goes wide again. Wilmington with some good net front presence, but Sewickley survives that rush, and the Panthers ice it with 2:28 left in the first. Face-off coming up to Carlson's left. King against Wright. And King won it for the Greyhounds, but couldn't maintain possession as the Panthers clear it back to neutral ice. Bailey Miller retreating for Wilmington. Miller plays it in front of the official's crease and traces the edge of that right wing circle, lets it go to Noah King. King drop pass for Pitzer, just on for Wilmington. Pitzer's shot was blocked. Matthias Lieb clears it back to center for Cathju. Cathju one-on-one. Trying to go to Wright, who was driving the net. Wright was too well covered by both Pitzer and Blake Moravens. Ethan Smith puts that puck between the benches, and up ahead the Panthers might have a 2-on-1. Toward goal it comes, and a shot deflected just wide. I think Grayson Miller left his goal to get a poke check on that attempt by Cathju before Cathju could get it cleanly on target. Icing on Wilmington. Well, that's easily Sewickley's best chance of this first period, and it wasn't much of one because Grayson Miller read it well. Stanislaw to take the faceoff, and winning the faceoff for Sewickley to Smith. Wilmington reverses the play defensively as we approach the final minute of the first period. Up to center it comes for Tomac. Tomac over the blue line for Wilmington. Forgot the puck. Max Koff trying to get it back to center. Colton Kelly brings it up for Sewickley, but that rolled off his stick. It comes to Brewer. Ben Brewer on for the first time tonight, late in this period for Matt Miller's team. Colton Kelly from in front of the Sewickley bench. Sails it near side to nobody in particular. Stanislaw was the closest man to it for Sewickley. But the Greyhounds have it at center. Covert ducking around a check from Kelly. It comes free to Tomac. Tomac shooting it weakly on net. Easy save there for Carlson. Final half minute of the first period. Monswell for Covert. Covert, one-timer, kick save, rebound, score! Ty Tomac nuzzles that nylon for the Greyhounds, and it is all Wilmington all the time in period one. Hounds 3, Panthers nothing, 26.6 ticks to talk here in the opening frame on Neville Island. The sophomore scoring for the first time this regular season. 20 seconds left in the period. Cathju from his own corner. Cut off at the point. And the Panthers come up through center with it. It's sent deep by Cathju. 5 seconds remaining. Monswell will send it to the boards as taking a hit up high was Rogers. Davis with one last chance, but he's going to run out of time. Wilmington trying to make a statement on the road and collect that first dub of 23-24. The Greyhounds off and running, leading the Sewickley Academy Panthers 3-0 after first period action. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10 Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
And if you happen to be in the Mount Washington area, first of all, mention my name. Second of all, say hello to Jim and Michelle Kazarowski, who probably don't recognize my name, but that's neither here nor there. They manage the Mount Washington Shop and Save and do a fine job of it. And we thank Mount Washington Shop and Save for their continued sponsorship of PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL network, part of 10-Band TV. Game 2 of our Week 4 doubleheader as the Wilmington Greyhounds nearly score right off the opening shift of second period play. Noah King looking for his first goal of the regular season. And a great save made there by Jack Carlson, who was under siege in the first period. First period shot totals, Wilmington 16, Sewickley Academy 4. And the Greyhounds, as the teams have switched sides, in command 3-0 as the Panthers bring it over the attacking line. Mitchell driving the goal. Mitchell shooting. Stick save made by Grayson Miller. Miller turning aside the first 5 shots he has seen in his varsity debut as Sean Carmichael has it for the Hounds. Carmichael with a hard snapshot. And you could hear that one from the golf complex as it bounded off the boards. Josh Pitzer knocked off that puck by Stanislaw, the freshman. Max Koff from the corner, trying to center it out in front for Stanislaw, but the only man there was Josh Pitzer. Ty Tomac overskating that puck as it comes to Colton Kelly. Kelly on the off wing. Brings it toward goal on one hand. Kelly knocked down from behind. Penalty coming up. Miller makes the save. Tripping the indication against the Greyhounds, who will be penalized for the second time tonight. Sewickley Academy hoping the second time is the charm for its power play. As Pitzer will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free with 15:22 to go in this second period. Lots of time for the Panthers to claw their way back, but got to sustain some kind of offensive zone time here, and the power play could be their ticket. Stanislaw to the corner, but the faceoff is controlled by Montswell, who does what a captain does, and the defenseman will clear it the length of the ice. Young has it shorthanded for Wilmington. Oh, Carlson didn't know where that puck was, and he had to make a save on that wraparound attempt by Brody Young. That was a great heady play by the freshman. And easy to see why Matt Miller has high hopes for him as he joins the varsity squad this season. 1:30 to go in the Sewickley man advantage. Mitchell dumps it into the corner. DiNardo pursuing defensively for Wilmington. He has it for the Greyhounds. DiNardo around the boards, through center, and all the way the length of the, well, not quite the length of the Clearview Arena. It stops about 25 feet short of the length as Sewickley heads back the other way on the counter. From a bad angle, Stanislaw trying to fire it on goal. Got in the way of his own man, Max Koff. Koff out in front, nobody there. And one of the Panthers had their stick tied up right on Grayson Miller's doorstep as the Greyhounds press shorthanded. King shooting, save made. Oh, Rogers fans on the rebound. He had an open net to shoot at too. That's a tough break for Wilmington on the PK. CJ Wright from above the right circle. Trying a shot pass that was broken up by Wilmington. Justin Gearman getting in the way of that one defensively with half a minute to go on the penalty kill for the Hounds. Noah King off the glass. And all the way deep in behind the Sewickley goal line. Peluso retrieves it from his own corner, and it eventually comes to Cathju. Cathju trying to get a step on Gearman. Cathju dispossessed. Waiting for it at the left point, Ethan Smith. Smith with a nice move. Smith toward goal. It's loose. Panthers have it and put it right into the body of Miller, who hangs on. Great chance there for Matthias Lieb, but he couldn't get it around the sophomore. Greyhounds, a second successful penalty kill on the night. We're back to 5-a-side with 13:21 to go to the ice cut. Still a 3-0 lead for Wilmington. Panthers offside as Cathju was not on the same page with Lieb. Faceoff will come near side, just outside the Wilmington blue line. Mitch Covert, the senior defenseman, with a 3-point night already for Wilmington. Noah Montswell, his first goal of the season to get things started for the Greyhounds, just over 2 minutes into the first period. As Garcha, the Sewickley captain, faked the shot, but never got a shot cleanly on net. Panthers trying to play this puck off the back of the net. Monswell has it for Wilmington and gets it up to Brody Young. A nice little pass feathered on there to Alex Rogers. Rogers hits the brakes above the left wing circle. Rogers trying to center it, and a chance the other way for Lieb. Lieb has a breakaway. Lieb to the goal, over the glove hand of Grayson Miller, excuse me. Best chance of the night for Sewickley. Still unable to crack the goose egg with 12:25 to go in the second. Lead pass now to Brody Young. Young 1-on-2. Young with a drag maneuver, and he risks it just wide of Carlson, who will pin it against the side of the post. That was the theme of our first game. Offense from defense. Max Rakowski of Franklin Regional, the talented S-Mark Stars product and senior captain, scoring a rare defenseman hat trick in Franklin Regional's win. And here tonight, Mitch Covert, the Wilmington blue liner, with a 3-point first period. Noah Monswell with multiple points as well from the Wilmington defense, as this puck caught a piece of Miller and bounced behind the Sewickley Academy pair of sticks that was right on his doorstep. Panthers just can't seem to get a bounce here as we have 11:45 to go in the second period. Max Koff gave this puck up. And a giveaway there to Kelly. Kelly from close range puts it wide of goal. Kelly had all kinds of net to shoot at. Stanislaw trying to poke check his man from behind as Wilmington sends it back to center. Kelly retreating. Brewer, cross ice for Tomac. Tomac put it off a Sewickley skate, and Carlson will leave nothing to chance. Now, we told you Sewickley Academy's challenge was to build up those numbers as they rejoin the PIHL. And there's something you don't see every day, a line change that literally involves the entire team's bench. Miller from the corner, Beckett Miller for Noah King. King unable to get it cleanly on net. Near corner, it'll come free to one of the Panthers. Lead pass now for Lieb. Lieb unable to handle. Gearman camped out at his own blue line. Got it as far as the Wilmington bench before Sewickley sent it back in. Beckett Miller tapped from behind by Cathju. Miller through a crowd, couldn't shoot it on net. Too many white shirts in his path. Behind the goal for King. King trying to go to Carmichael, and Carmichael was too well marked. King double team now in the corner. Trying to go back to Carmichael one more time, and the Panthers try to use Isaac Newton to their advantage and play that puck off the boards. Wilmington has to tag up to get onside, and they will. And the Panthers will not ice this puck. They say Cathju touched it in the neutral zone. Final 10 minutes of second period play with Wilmington still maintaining that 3-0 advantage. Carmichael at center red. Through the circle, over the attacking line. Carmichael, snapshot, off balance, save made, rebound. Carlson's stick got in the way, and Carmichael, slams his stick against the glass in disgust. But that was just a good play there by the sophomore goaltender, Carlson. Braden Mitchell for Sewickley. Has a man up ahead. That's Cathju. Mitchell knocked off the puck by Drake Davis. Panthers able to get it outside their zone, and a chance the other way for Stanislaw. Stanislaw trying to outmaneuver Monswell, but Monswell had the last laugh. Giveaway, though, to Braden Mitchell. Mitchell from a tight angle shoots it off the back of the net, I think. And that came all the way out to the other corner. Weird bounce there in the Wilmington territory. Rogers up ahead to Young. Brody Young, left wing circle. Cross ice for Rogers. Oh, what a save by Carlson, who swipes it out of there with his goaltender's stick. That may be Carlson's best save of the night. as we approach the midpoint of the second period and the game. Wilmington trying to add to that 3-goal bulge. Miller from long range. Bailey Miller, that is, had that shot blocked. Drake Davis camped out in front for any garbage that might come in his path. Miller with the poke check as the Panthers have a 3-on-1. Koff over the blue line. Koff trying to go to Stanislaw, but it was broken up by Covert. Covert giving up the body, trying to take away the passing lanes. From a bad angle, it's put off the side of the net. Oh, nothing doing out of that 3-on-1 for the Panthers. And you got to give credit to Covert, who made a nice little play there to interrupt the centering pass. Koff trying to get a step on Covert. Koff from inside the right circle, and that might have caught a piece of Grayson Miller as it went wide. Wilmington doing a good job forcing Sewickley into those low percentage shots. Now the Greyhounds may have iced this puck with 7:45 to go in the period. Yes, they have. Matt Miller barking out some instructions to his team as they complete their line change, with the face-off coming up to Miller's right. Grayson Miller, the sophomore, Beckett Miller, the sophomore, and Bailey Miller, the senior, all in uniform for Wilmington as the Panthers crack the goose egg. And right in front, it is Arjun Kathju getting Sewickley Academy on the board with 7:39 to go to the ice cut. A shot off a face-off that was a bouncing puck. Miller was not ready in goal, and Kathju deflected it in, and the freshman has scored for the first time in a Sewickley varsity uniform. Now a 3-1 game with still a lot of time left after that dominant first period by the Greyhounds. A pregnant pause here before the ensuing face-off. Batko and Marsh, the USA Hockey crew for game number 2. And they have dropped the puck and play is resumed with 7.5 to go. And Carlson makes a save right off the hop from Sean Carmichael. And it feels like Carmichael's going to have a goal in this thing before the night is done. He's been all over the ice for Wilmington tonight. Noah King in deep for the Greyhounds. Deflected just wide. Carmichael almost had an unconscious tally there. Deep in the slot area. Carmichael stick tied up, but it comes to the point for Gearman. Gearman in on Carlson, who makes the save and denies the rebound. Beckett Miller denied from in tight. Evan DiNardo from the left point. That went wide of the head of Jaden Garcha, the Sewickley captain. My goodness. USA Hockey mandates those facial cages for a reason. Noah King gave it up to CJ Wright. Lieb unable to clear the zone. Greyhounds with a good cycle here. Get this puck deep. But Garcha's finally going to be able to get it out of danger for the Panthers. Kathju, the goal scorer, forces a save from 70 feet by Grayson Miller. And the Greyhounds control the rebound. Carmichael on his backhand through center. Pursued by Colton Kelly. Kelly bumps him off the puck. Oh, a pretty little maneuver there by Carmichael, but he lost the puck in the process. Monswill with a lead pass. And that is accepted by Drake Davis at center ice. Alex Rogers goes after this one, but the Panthers are going to get there first with under 6 to go to the ice cut. Monswill through the blue paint. From the boards, it's taken by Pitzer for Young. Brody Young, snapshot. That caught a piece of the glove hand of Carlson. Centering pass for Young, couldn't handle it. Young to the point for Pitzer. Pitzer toward goal, save made, rebound, steered wide by Davis. Now the Greyhounds really playing on the front foot here after giving up that first Sewickley goal. Mitchell lets it go near side for Koff. Max Koff trying to get around Monswill. Monswill stood him up nicely. That puck dangerously coming out in front, but No harm done, according to Josh Pitzer. He sends it up to Davis. Drake Davis over the line, but Rogers was just a hair offside. That Sewickley Academy goal officially reads Cathchu from Luca Peluso. So Peluso, the sophomore defenseman, earning his first varsity point for the Panthers. Garcha off a Wilmington helmet. CJ Wright chases this puck in behind the net. Out in front, Lee playing for it. Oh, good alert reflex save there by Miller. Panthers trying to keep it inside the blue line, and they do. Cathchu toward goal. Miller trying to stick it aside as Bailey Miller goes down hard. Garcha bumped off this puck. A good hard work there by Gearman, defensively for Wilmington. Noah King through center. Wilmington with a 3-on-2. King poke check by Peluso. King follows this puck in behind the goal line. And up to center it'll come. Matthias Lieb trying to get there first. He can't. It's going to be icing on the Panthers. Face-off coming up to the right of Jack Carlson with just over 4 minutes left in this second period. Wilmington leading Sewickley Academy 3-1 here in co-op gold division action. Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League, week 4 of the regular season. Matt Popchock on board with you from the Clearview Arena, home of the Robert Morris Colonials at the RMU Island Sports Center. And it is always a pleasure to be here on the island. A pleasure to see RMU hockey back in the Berg as well. Braden Mitchell up through center, cutting through the official's crease. Mitchell leading it, for Colton Kelly. Kelly had to chase that puck to the corner and put it from a bad angle off the stick and off the mask, for that matter, of Grayson Miller. That almost took a lucky bounce for Sewickley. Max Koff in the corner, trying to reverse the play to Mitchell. Pitzer cuts him off. Pitzer defensively for Wilmington, for Tomac. Tomac up ahead in the 3-on-1 for the Greyhounds, but Moravins had trouble playing that puck as he got it deep. That's a break for Sewickley as they were caught flat-footed. Panthers trying to get their transition game going. Here's CJ Wright over the blue line. Wright being worked over by Monswell. And Wright double teamed and taken off that puck by Moravins. Moravins up ahead to Young. Brody Young off the body of Jack Carlson. CJ Wright plays it to his captain, Jaden Garcha. Garcha threw it to the wrong shoulder of Max Koff. Taken away by Wilmington. Here's Rogers. Rogers couldn't hang on, and Max Koff has it for Sewickley. Brody Young takes it off of Max Koff. Davis counterattacking for the Greyhounds. Unable to get that pass on the doorstep for Rogers. Koff on the off wing for Wright. Wright off the stick hand of Grayson Miller. Final 2 minutes of second period play. If the Panthers get another, then really it's a brand new game. Cathchu pressuring. DiNardo gets there defensively for Wilmington, and the freshman sends it around the boards for Drake Davis. Davis had his pocket picked by Wright. Wright for Cathchu. Cathchu puts it off the leg of Grayson Miller. The freshman almost had his second of the night. And here come the Greyhounds if they can hustle. Oh, nifty maneuver there by Brody Young. Young to the goal. Oh, what a save by Carlson. Brody Young, the Wilmington freshman, has done literally everything but score tonight. And it is not for a lack of effort by the man in goal for the Sewickley Academy Panthers, Jack Carlson. Final minute of second period play. Colton Kelly out in front. Wrist shot by Mitchell, missed everything. A good opportunity there for Sewickley to make it a one-goal game as Cathju got bumped off the puck right out in front. 40 to go. Good keep by Mitchell. Gearman fishes for that puck in the corner. Around the boards, the only man there is Colton Kelly. Kelly couldn't connect with his line mate. And the Greyhounds get it back to center and a chance for Carmichael. Carmichael around one man. Carmichael around a second, dropping for Beckett Miller. Carmichael puts it off the blocker hand of Jack Carlson. And the Panthers clear it. Final 20 of the period. Gearman retreating for Wilmington. Now the Greyhounds maybe just want to play it straight here and play it smart and not turn the puck over. Stanislaw had that go off his stick. Back it comes to Covert, 3 seconds to go. And so we will cut the ice at the Clearview Arena inside the RMU Island Sports Center. With your score in co-op gold division action through 2 periods of play, the Wilmington Greyhounds 3, the Sewickley Academy Panthers 1. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. Third period action is just around the corner, but first, some music from the 412.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Young, a player described by Matt Miller as a very exciting newcomer. Could be one to watch as the season goes on, and the captain makes it happen. Noah Monswell, he wears that 99 for a reason, buddy, and he nuzzles that nylon. Cough. Up for Stanislaw. Stanislaw lost it, and the Greyhounds have scored. Mitch Cover took the shot. Not sure if he's going to get the goal or not, but either way, it's a Mitchapalooza here. Final half minute of the first period. Monswell for Covert. Covert, one-timer, kick save, rebound, score! Ty Tomac nuzzles that nylon, overskating that puck as it comes to Colton Kelly. Kelly on the off wing, brings it toward goal on one hand. Kelly knocked down from behind, penalty coming up. Miller makes the save, tripping the indication against the Greyhounds, who will be penalized for the... Rogers hits the brakes above the left wing circle. Rogers trying to center it, and a chance the other way for Lieb. Lieb has a breakaway. Lieb to the goal, over the glove hand of Grayson Miller, excuse me. Rogers up ahead to Young. Brody Young, left wing circle. Cross ice for Rogers. Oh, what a save by Carlson, who swipes it out of there with his goaltender's stick. That may be Carlson's best save of the night as we approach the midpoint of the second period and the game. More Beckett Miller, the sophomore, and Bailey Miller, the senior, all in uniform for Wilmington as the Panthers crack the goose egg. And right in front, it is Arjun Cathju. His second of the night. And here come the Greyhounds if they can hustle. Oh, nifty maneuver there by Brody Young. Young to the goal. Oh, what a save by Carlson. Brody Young, the Wilmington freshman, has done literally. And the Greyhounds get it back to center and a chance for Carmichael. Carmichael around one man. Carmichael around a second, dropping for Beckett Miller. Carmichael puts it off the blocker hand of Jack Carlson. And the Panthers clear it. Final 20 of the period.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads-Up sports training system, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know 10-Band TV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on 10-Band TV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up sports training system. Improve your reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Two jumbo ice.
And special thanks to our new sponsor, Massage Envy, for sponsoring the 2023-2024 season of PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network. Scan the Massage Envy QR code on your screen throughout tonight's doubleheader for a $75 first visit for a massage or facial, select locations only. And shout out to the Red Lines for the music that you heard during the ice cut and throughout tonight's second game. Catch more music from the Red Lines on musicfromthe412.com or download the Music from the 412 app to your Roku or Amazon Fire device. Matt Popchock back here for the nightcap of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save, with the Wilmington Greyhounds leading the Sewickley Academy Panthers by a score of 3-1, entering third period play in PIHL Co-op Gold Division action here tonight. Clearview Arena, RMU Island Sports Center, Neville Township, Pennsylvania, where the problem-solving skills of Sewickley head coach Donato Fennell, a mental health coach of high school student athletes for over a decade and a half, are certainly being tested. And one wonders what you tell a team that dresses a notoriously short bench and only 10 players in all skating for Sewickley tonight against a Wilmington squad that is skating 15 players under the guidance of Matt Miller. And you wonder if that lack of depth is going to take its toll on the Panthers as games wear on here. We shall see. If you're any coach and your team is behind early, as the Panthers were, you tell your players, win the next shift, win the next face-off, win the period. And you could say Sewickley won that second period. They outshot Wilmington 7-5. Game totals still favor the Greyhounds by a 21-11 count, but Sewickley Academy had the shot edge, and they had the only goal of the period, courtesy of Arjun Kathju. Wilmington Coming out like a house on fire, though, scoring 3 first-period goals, including a 3-point effort in that period by Mitch Covert. 5 points in all from the Wilmington Blue Line so far tonight, as Noah Monswell, their captain, has a goal and an assist as well. Wilmington tonight playing the second of 3 straight games away from the Hess Ice Rink, their home venue in Lawrence County. And after that road trip, if you will, is over, they'll play 4 straight at home. Concluding the road trip for Wilmington will be Central Valley at the Brady's Run Rink in Beaver County on November 9th. That's a 6:45 p.m. opening face-off between the Greyhounds and the Warriors. Justin Gearman from above the right circle. Off the blocker hand of Carlson and off the post. Gearman, another defenseman, this time finding metal but not mesh. Oh, the junior that close to getting that goal back for Wilmington as the Greyhounds press down low. Another doorstep is cleared out of there, and the Panthers are able to clear it off their goal line thanks to some yeoman's work by Luca Peluso. My goodness, the Greyhounds with a great shift early in this third period, and somehow, some way, the Panthers keep it a 2-goal deficit. Chance the other way for Rogers. Rogers to the goal. Save made, Carlson. Alex Rogers. Not to be. And a face-off coming up to Carlson's right. King from the edge of the circle to the corner. Playing that bouncing puck is Pitzer, who's tied up by a couple of Panthers. Brody Young is worked off that puck defensively by Stanislaw as it's brought back to center. And that was not Stanislaw, that was Ethan Smith doing that Trojans work in the corner, I beg your pardon. Noah King toward goal. That missed everything. Might have caught a piece of something on its way toward the net as well, as Carlson slides to his left to make that save between the pads and hang on for a face-off. Sewickley Academy, the oldest co-ed prep school in the greater Pittsburgh area, established 1838. High school hockey in Western Pennsylvania, not quite that old, but this Panthers program has certainly been around for some time. Last made the playoffs as a member of the PIHL in 2019, qualifying for the Single A Penguins Cup tournament. And returning to the PIHL this season as a co-op with Olsh and Southside. Donato Fennell, their head coach, hired for the job by the late, great Win Palmer, longtime Sewickley athletic director and head boys basketball coach. A warm and wonderful man by all accounts, and I can corroborate those accounts. He was pleasant to deal with. Palmer passing away earlier this calendar year. From the corner, it's played by Covert. Covert nearly gave it away to Garcha. And that was a dangerous play there as the Panthers steer it on goal. And Miller just wants to settle things down. A bit of a clumsy shift there defensively by Wilmington, but the Greyhounds survive it. And Matt Miller, the head coach, will change lines before this face-off. Panthers control it, but can't get it on goal. Matthias Lieb tried pulling the trigger as the Panthers are offside. Panthers go forward off the face-off. Kathchu, the lone goal scorer for Sewickley, unable to get much penetration there as Sewickley plays it from its own blue line. Greyhounds go D to D. Bailey Miller for Justin Gearman, and a giveaway to one of the Panthers, and a snapshot is stopped by Miller. Grayson Miller making the save from close range on CJ Wright. Sewickley, they've had their chances, don't kid yourself. But Grayson Miller coming up with some quality saves on quality shots in his varsity debut. Chance the other way for Cathju, and Cathju, after some pretty maneuvers, puts it wide. CJ Wright wins this puck for Sewickley to the corner, but it's taken over by Gearman defensively. Bailey Miller from the opposite corner. She gets it up to center. Mitchell retreating as the Greyhounds complete a line change. This pass coming across two lines for Matthias Lieb. CJ Wright shrugs off Rogers and slaps this puck wide to the left of Grayson Miller. And this is actually going to be offside on the Panthers. So Batko and Marsh will bring this face-off, this USA Hockey crew, outside the Wilmington blue line. A bit unusual to see two different officiating crews in consecutive games of a doubleheader, at least in our experience, but so it goes. Max Koff gets this puck deep for Sewickley. Covert, who has his first goal of the season, back in period one, plays it up for Wilmington to center. And Noah King comes over the blue line. King snapshot off the leg of Garcha. Great gap control by the Sewickley captain. DiNardo settles that puck down at center for Covert. Covert drops it for King. King, trailed by Stanislaw, was poke checked. King to the corner. 5 minutes into this third period. Still a 3-1 game in favor of the Wilmington Greyhounds. Covert pinching to keep this cycle going for Wilmington. He's tied up by Garcha as the puck comes near side. And Stanislaw sends it through center. Nice cross-ice pass there for Max Koff. Koff lost an edge as he was trying to drag it around DiNardo. And the Greyhounds clear it. Lead pass for Stanislaw. Stanislaw enters the zone. Stanislaw forgot the puck. Covert took him off of it. Stanislaw trying to pressure the man there for Wilmington. That's Drake Davis. Cathju can't locate it. Alex Rogers will. Rogers cross ice. Snapshot, save made. And a loud one at that by Carlson on Sean Carmichael. Monswell from center red. Brings it with purpose over the blue line for Wilmington. Monswell shooting, save made. And the net is dislodged behind Jack Carlson, but nobody seems to notice. Carlson, meanwhile, makes another save from 45 feet. And finally, they'll put the net back on its moorings as Sewickley counterattacks. The Greyhounds break up that play almost at the point of entry. That would have been particularly awkward if Wilmington, had scored off that rush. That net was completely offline, but no harm, no foul. 10:20 to go in the third as Smith gets this puck to the corner. Shot from distance is knocked aside by Grayson Miller. And that was CJ Wright snapping it from the right point as Wilmington is guilty of icing. Face-off coming up to the right of the Greyhounds goaltender, Grayson Miller. Bailey Miller has her stick tied up by Max Koff as it comes up to Ben Brewer. Brewer over the blue line for Wilmington. Brewer puts it off the legs of Garcha. Garcha shielding Brewer from that puck. Trying to go to Peluso. Peluso crisscrossing with Kelly. Kelly off the boards and up to center under the stick of Bailey Miller. Gearman will play it defensively for Wilmington. Wilmington in a co-op with Mohawk, Union, Newcastle, as this one-timer is put just wide of the side of the net by Max Koff. Newcastle, Elwood City, and West Middlesex school districts to finish my thought. There's 6 different school districts joining forces to comprise the 23-24 Greyhounds, who are looking for their first win of 23-24. Wilmington leading 3-1 with 9 minutes to go in the third period. Ty Tomac trying to center for Moravins. To the corner it comes. Ethan Smith in there for Sewickley, fighting for that puck. Blake Moravins able to kick it free for Wilmington. Jacob Stanislaw in pursuit for Sewickley. Stanislaw is going to get there first and try to duck around the check, but DiNardo did a good job standing him up. Mitchell gains the blue line and sends that puck in. Good play by Mitchell with the right point as we hit the midpoint of period 3. Still a 2-goal lead for Wilmington. Tomac content to gain the red line and dump it in as the Greyhounds want to make a line change. Around the boards it comes to Monswell. Monswell from right point. Surveys the play, shoots it through a crowd. That went off CJ Wright's skate and wide of the net. Panthers trying to get a man up ahead of the play. That's Matthias Lieb, and Lieb is offside. And you could read the body language from Arjun Kathju, the freshman defenseman, trying to coax Lieb up ahead if he could. Lieb unable to get a step on the defense, so these face-off will come outside the Wilmington stripe. Monswell controls for Wilmington, but is poke checked by Lieb. Lieb unable to drop it, though, for Wright. Wilmington recovers, and here's Carmichael kicking it to himself. Stood up at the Sewickley blue line. Good play there by Wright and Peluso in tandem. Josh Pitzer through center, dangling that puck over the blue line. Pitzer down low for Beckett Miller. Miller for Noah King. Trying to drop it for Brody Young through traffic. That pass didn't connect. Young has it, though, for Wilmington and shoots it off the Adam's apple, practically, of Jack Carlson. Loose in front for Beckett Miller. Miller had his stick tied up by Wright, and Wright is going to clear it and ice it for the Panthers. Just over 7 to go in regulation. Wilmington just trying to do anything it can to tilt the ice here and protect that 2-goal lead. They say it's the most dangerous lead in hockey, and pardon me, Sewickley has certainly had its chances. Dangerous ones at that. And a coach's timeout being taken, we believe, by Sewickley. Donato Fennell using his timeout with 7:04 to go in period 3. And really just trying to talk shop and maybe save some energy here for his short bench with still a lot of time left in this third period. Panthers still very much in this game, but time becoming their enemy. Wilmington in control thanks to a 3-goal first period. And next up for the Panthers, they'll visit Bishop Canavan on Halloween Eve, if you will, next Monday night. More on that later. Rogers wristing it wide of goal off the face-off. It comes to the point for Bailey Miller. Miller above the left circle has her stick tied up. And the Panthers come out to center. Koff trying to get a step on the defense. Koff to the goal. Koff can't shoot it cleanly. Penalty coming up as this puck is fired on Grayson Miller, who makes a kick save. But Sewickley will get a third power play chance in this hockey game. And it's Brody Young, the newcomer, who goes to the sin bin. 6:39 to go, third period. Panthers get their second power play chance of the night. I beg your pardon, as this puck is wristed wide by Braden Mitchell, the junior. Out in front it comes to Lieb. Lieb couldn't handle that backdoor pass. That's a break for Wilmington. And here come the Greyhounds shorthanded. Beckett Miller trying to get around Mitchell. Mitchell has to go all the way behind the goal line to pursue this puck and retrieve it, and does for Sewickley. 1:35 to go in the Panther power play. CJ Wright over the blue line for Sewickley. Wright trying to center, and does for Cathju. It comes back to CJ Wright. Garcha from the boards trying to tie up his man Monswell. A little captain on captain action in Wilmington territory as King, in a penalty killing role, gets it back to center for Wilmington. 1:10 to go in the power play for the Panthers. CJ Wright over the attacking line one more time, 1-on-3. Wright unable to connect there with Lieb. To the corner it comes for Garcha. Garcha surveys the play. Garcha from the left circle. Side of the net. Shot put into the leg. Oh, a big save there by Grayson Miller. And at the other end, it looks like Carlson's going to fan on this attempted clear. Oh boy, that was almost a gift to Alex Rogers. Sewickley catching a break with 30 to go in their power play as Cathju is stood up by Carmichael. Carmichael trying to press shorthanded for Wilmington. He comes over the blue line. Carmichael through the left circle. Cross ice for Rogers. That pass just a little too strong. And a stoppage in play with 5 minutes to go in regulation. Well, now they see the dislodged net. Well, better late than never, I guess. 22 to go in the Sewickley power play, but some great pressure shorthanded by Wilmington to kill off valuable penalty time here. But a turnover to the Panthers. Koff for Stanislaw. Stanislaw bumped hard off that puck by one of the Greyhounds. And a retaliatory shot taken against Gearman as Wilmington is almost back to equal strength. Kelly side of the net. Koff fanning on the one-timer. I'm not so sure Kelly shouldn't have shot that himself. Shot from distance. Misses the net. Ethan Smith retreating as Peluso will play this puck for Sewickley. No icing, officials say. Peluso surveying. Too many Wilmington sticks in the way. Good work there by Rogers and Young. Rogers has it for Wilmington. Rogers unable to split the double team. Colton Kelly for the Panthers in front of the Wilmington bench. Shoved off that puck by Carmichael, and Kelly is steaming mad as he plays it into Wilmington ice. Monswell over the blue line for the Greyhounds. Monswell in tight. Out in front for Young. Young shooting. And again, the net has become dislodged. That shot caught the pipe, but it didn't matter. .349 remaining in third period play. And how long will that net remain occupied? Time will tell. Panthers trail by 2. Face off in their own end to the left of the Sewickley netminder, Jack Carlson. Panthers win it cleanly. Lead pass. Cathju trying to get a step on the defenseman Monswell, but the captain does his duty as it's poked in front by CJ Wright. Oh, Grayson Miller, I think, got a piece of that just as Wright accepted the pass. Extra attacker on for Sewickley as Donato Fennell pulls his goalie with 3.5 to go in regulation. And another penalty coming up here against the Greyhounds. Wilmington came in toward the bottom of the co-op division in penalty killing tonight, 63.6%. And the mettle of that group really being tested here. A 6-on-4 advantage for Sewickley, which wins the faceoff, shoots it toward goal. It's deflected wide. Garcha goes for the rebound for the Panthers. It's along the goal line. Empty net down to our right. No, not an empty net. Correction. Fennell, sneaky right before that face-off, putting Jack Carlson back between the pipes as Carlson has to cover now with 1:39 to go in the Sewickley power play. Will the third time be the charm for the Panthers on special teams? King with a steal off the faceoff. King between the circles, off balance shot blocked. Wilmington having all kinds of success pressing shorthanded and keeping the Panthers on their heels. And Sewickley's going to ice this puck. You do that on a power play, that drives any coach nuts. And a tough break there for the Panthers, who are just under duress here late in regulation. Still trying to find that winning mixture after an 0-2 start, and Wilmington that much closer to securing their first win of the regular season. Evan DiNardo retreating on the PK for the Greyhounds. Off his own bench and right to CJ Wright. CJ Wright slaps it in from the red line. Kelly in the corner. Kelly looking for an avenue out in front, bouncing off a couple of skates. It's toward goal and covered by Grayson Miller. Now those folks behind Grayson Miller, we can only assume their last names are Miller too. Three members of the Miller family on head coach Matt Miller's varsity roster, as we mentioned before, including his goaltender, as this puck is sent not quite the length of the ice. It dies at the edge of the left circle. 6-on-4 advantage for another 45 seconds for Sewickley as Max Koff has it for the Panthers, driving the net. Oh, good play there by a sliding Carmichael to disrupt the momentum of Max Koff as the Greyhounds get a clear. Monswell standing up with 30 seconds to go in the minor penalty against the Greyhounds captain. The Panthers trying to get their power play in sync late here, needing 2 to tie. Mitchell knocked off the puck by Carmichael, and a giveaway nearly to Rogers, but Sewickley has it. Garcha for Koff. Koff behind the net, out in front of Combs, and a whistle. What's the call here? Now, I'm not sure what the indication was from this USA Hockey crew. High stick on the puck, they say, and so that brings the face-off. After some deliberation, back into Sewickley territory with 10 to go on the Panthers power play. 1:40 to go in regulation. That might just about do it. Gearman from the point to the corner. Wilmington just wants to keep this puck deep for as long as it possibly can. And the Greyhounds are 3 for 3 on the PK tonight. Great effort by Matt Miller's special teams to preserve this lead. Monswell going in after this dump in. Monswell trying to drop it back for Beckett Miller. Instead, Matthias Lieb trying to center it for Cathju. Bailey Miller unable to clear the zone. Save made by Grayson Miller. The rebound scooped up by Gearman. Monswell from the boards for Beckett Miller. Centering for Noah King. Noah King poke checked by Koff. Here comes Sewickley the other way, trying to catch Wilmington in a bad change. Cathju over the line, trying to drop it for Wright. That was poked outside the zone. And here comes the other way, Noah King, who will fire it into the recently vacated Sewickley Academy goal. And the senior alternate captain has iced the first victory of 2023-2024 for the visiting Wilmington Greyhounds. 4-1 your score with 39.8 ticks to talk. DiNardo, the freshman blue liner, will pick up his first varsity point, assisting on the empty netter by King. Under half a minute to go now in this third period. We came into the RMU Island Sports Center getting ready to cover 4 teams in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League, all looking for their first regular season victory on the same night. A first for PIHL Hockey Night Live. First, the Franklin Regional Panthers celebrated. Now, the Wilmington Greyhounds can celebrate. And hockey hugs for Grayson Miller, the sophomore, victorious in his varsity debut here on the island. "17 saves for the Wilmington newcomer to secure the team's first victory of the regular campaign. As the handshake line commences, I will thank executive producer Todd Kazarowski and thank Michael the Kingpin Iman for his fine work behind the camera, as always. And thank you for watching and listening to both games of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader here on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. You thought we were done? Think again. We've got more PIHL coverage on 10-Band TV this week. Coming up tomorrow night, Matt Geitka returns to the booth for 10-Band TV as Mount Lebanon visits Cannon McMillan in 3A action. Then the nightcap, Seneca Valley at Peters Township on PIHL Hockey Night Live. And this approaching Thursday, a battle of the top 2 teams in 2A. Latrobe visiting Thomas Jefferson on Trib High School Sports Network on 10-Band TV, followed by Pittsburgh Central Catholic at Baldwin at 9 p.m. Thursday night on Trib High School Sports Network on 10-Band TV. I will see you next Monday night for a standalone edition of PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV, and it is a special one as we are coming at you from a special place, the Ice Castle. Always enjoy our time spent there in Castle Shannon. Bishop Canavan in further co-op division action, playing host to these very Sewickley Academy Panthers that you saw here tonight. That's Sewickley Academy at Bishop Canavan next Monday night at 7 on PIHL Network, PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV. Once again, the Wilmington Greyhounds take this one from the Sewickley Academy Panthers by a final score of 4-1. Wilmington 1-2, Sewickley 0-3. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from Neville Island. You've been watching it all on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. Young, a player described by Matt Miller as a very exciting newcomer. Could be one to watch as the season goes on, and the Cap'n makes it happen. Noah Monswell, he wears that 99 for a reason, buddy, and he nuzzles that nylon. Cough. Up for Stanislaw. Stanislaw lost it, and the Greyhounds have scored. Mitch Cover took the shot. Not sure if he's going to get the goal or not, but either way, it's a Mitchapalooza here. Final half minute of the first period. Monswell for Covert. Covert, one-timer, kick save, rebound, score! Ty Tomac nuzzles that nylon, overskating that puck as it comes to Colton Kelly. Kelly on the off wing, brings it toward goal on one hand. Kelly knocked down from behind, penalty coming up. Miller makes the save, tripping the indication against the Greyhounds, who will be penalized for the... Rogers hits the brakes above the left wing circle. Rogers trying to center it, and a chance the other way for Lieb. Lieb has a breakaway. Lieb to the goal, over the glove hand of Grayson Miller, excuse me. Rogers up ahead to Young. Brody Young, left wing circle. Cross ice for Rogers. Oh, what a save by Carlson, who swipes it out of there with his goaltender's stick. That may be Carlson's best save of the night as we approach the midpoint of the second period and the game. More Beckett Miller, the sophomore, and Bailey Miller, the senior, all in uniform for Wilmington as the Panthers crack the goose egg. And right in front, it is Arjun Kathju. His second of the night. And here come the Greyhounds if they can hustle. Oh, nifty maneuver there by Brody Young. Young to the goal. Oh, what a save by Carlson. Brody Young, the Wilmington freshman, has done literally. And the Greyhounds get it back to center and a chance for Carmichael. Carmichael around one man. Carmichael around a second, dropping for Beckett Miller. Carmichael puts it off the blocker hand of Jack Carlson. And the Panthers clear it. Final 20 of the period. Chance the other way for Rogers. Rogers to the goal. Save made, Carlson. Alex Rogers. Not to be. Trying to drop it for Brody Young through traffic. That pass didn't connect. Young has it, though, for Wilmington and shoots it off the Adam's apple, practically, of Jack Carlson. Loose in front for Beckett Miller. Miller had his stick tied up by right. Save there by Grayson Miller. And at the other end, it looks like Carlson's going to fan on this attempted clear. Oh, boy, that was almost a gift to Alex Rogers. Sewickley catching a break. That was poked outside the zone. And here comes the other way, Noah King, who will fire it into the recently vacated Sewickley Academy goal. And the senior alternate captain has iced the first victory of 2023-2024. 17 saves for the Wilmington newcomer to secure the team's first victory of the regular campaign. As the handshake line commences, I will thank executive producer